Good evening, everybody. TJ Stevens here at PW Mania. I am here with the indie god himself, Matt Cardona. Mr. Cardona, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fat and sassy.
All right.
That's how I'm doing. I was just going over some of the stuff you've been doing on Twitter, and I saw a beef with Craig Carton.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know who Craig Carton is, he's a sports personality in New York.
Yeah.
Really
Please fill
likes.
me in because I don't even know him. So please fill me in.
He's been a sports personality in New York, and he's a big fan of the New York Jets.
Mm.
And you have just been berating this man. What is the deal with you and Craig Carton?
He started something the other day on the. Listen, this is not me saying I don't even know who this guy is. I don't watch sports, so I certainly don't listen to sports radio shows. So I don't know who he is. But I was sent a clip of him being an ignorant asshole when mentioning me, saying, we're not gonna get into all that, but don't fuck with me. You're fucking with the wrong person, you know. And then he started his tweet saying, I collect figurines, blah blah blah. Just the easiest stuff that an ignorant person would say. You're not in WWE. You're washed up. Like, this motherfucker doesn't realize I made more money last year than I made my entire WWE run. So what the fuck's he talking about? So I just don't like ignorant people. And the fact is, I offered to fly myself in and have a debate with him on his show. And he's a pussy and he's not responding to anything. They tried cold calling me to get me on the air, like when I was driving home from the gym while this was all going down Monday. Like, bro, I'm not, no, you have the high ground. Like Obi-Wan and Anakin from Star Wars. Like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I don't even know who these guys are. If I'm going to come on your show, I'm going to do it in person. I'm going to be prepared.
Yes.
I'm always ready. And I'm not threatening this man. I'm not saying I'm going to get physical with this man. Of course not. But I'm going to look at him eye to eye and just call him a fucking pussy. And he won't do anything in person, on the phone, on the radio, on the internet. He'll be a tough guy. But once I said I'll show up, no response. So that's all I have to say about that. I don't even know the guy. I know he's a criminal. I know he's a thief. I know he stole money and gambled it away. I know that. I know he's a very successful show. So congratulations on that. But I do know he has a very small penis and he has no balls.
Actually, you just filled me in. I didn't know about the thievery part. That's news to me.
Oh, look it up. Oh, bro, I don't know the details, but he stole all this money and gambled it away and got caught, went to jail.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. He's like the Nails of of New York sports radio.
Where's the big boss man when you need him?
Right. I'm the big boss man.
That's you.
In this situation.
You are Ray Traylor. I like it.
Yes, that's right.
So
that's right. Yeah.
Good
old boss man slam coming.
Oh, he was my favorite when I was a kid. I just want to get that out of the way. I recently just saw you in Indianapolis a couple months ago for the expo they had down there. And
I'm the new champion. Square Circle Expo champion. I mean, how many goddamn titles one man hold?
Well, ironically, I was also on the Jericho cruise.
I won that title too.
Yes, you've been very, very busy.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up? Because you are the indie guide. You're everywhere. So what's coming up? Where can we see you at?
I post my schedule online. I've been very fortunate. I have a very, very busy schedule. It's been a lot of fun. I love doing what I do. This has been the most fun time of my career, most rewarding, most successful. I love it. I love just being on the road. I love wrestling. Love wrestling new opponents. I love wrestling people I've wrestled before. It's a blast.
One thing I did notice, I saw her down in Indianapolis. I've seen her in a couple Twitter videos you've done. Is you've kind of introduced us to Steph DeLander.
That's right.
And I saw her down in Indianapolis. She immediately grabbed my attention, and I'd never seen her before.
Well, there you go. It worked.
Yes. What can you tell us about Steph? Because she's, as far as I know, she's relatively new on the scene here.
So she is from Australia. She was in NXT for a minute as Persia Perota. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, sorry, Steph. But she was released last year from WWE and was just doing the indies. And I was doing my thing. And when Chelsea Green left, when she went back to WWE, Brian Myers signed full time with Impact. He wasn't going to be doing as many indies. It kind of ruins my shtick. I have the Cardona family. I got Chelsea Green, Brian Myers. So I need people with me. That's just the act, right? And I knew I needed somebody. I knew I needed a girl. I didn't know who it was going to be. I wasn't going to hold like a diva search, you know what I'm saying? But I was in Australia for World Series Wrestling a few months ago. I won their title as well.
Nice.
And Steph DeLander was on the show. And I said, I've heard of her, I've seen her before, but I've never seen her in person.
Mhm.
And if I did, it was a high and by situation on some show, right? So I was around her for a couple of days. Said, this tall son of a bitch looks like she can kick my ass. It has the blonde bangs, all jacked up, piercings all over her face. I'm like, this would be perfect. So I hit up my wife first. I said, Chelsea, would you mind if I asked this girl to travel the world with me? And she was cool with it, luckily. And then I asked Steph, she was down, and then we hit the ground running because I don't do things half-ass. As Michael Hayes once said, you can't be half pregnant. It's all in, baby. So we started the act in Australia, and the next weekend I had a bunch of shows, and the promoters, they're like, I'm not booking this girl. I'm not booking her. I said, okay, fine. I'll fly her in. I'll pay her, right? Like, I'll put her up. You're not fucking losing a dime.
Right.
I'll gamble on myself because I know it'll pay off. And then now look, everyone's booking her. Everyone knows who she is. So listen, if I could help someone out along the way, great. But really, I'm using her. She's using me. It's a 50-50 thing. We're both using each other to get to the top.
Yeah. She impressed me a lot in that Indianapolis show. And she was in a battle royal. I mean, she did a promo before that, but I've seen her a lot lately on, different video clips and whatnot. And she is impressive. She's got a bright future ahead of her.
100%. And we have this chemistry. We've only known each other about 2 months. It feels like we've been teaming for 2 years. But like I said, you can't be half pregnant. You got to go all in with this. And we have been traveling. We're going to England. We're going to I can't even say where we're going because it's a little secret, but we're going to a lot of different places. But it's been a lot of fun too, getting to know her and just, we both have that brain that doesn't shut off when it comes to wrestling and pitching ideas and throwing things against the wall and betting on ourselves. So it's been a perfect match.
Yeah. And your return to the Indies, you're kind of like Roddy Piper going to Portland right now. Like, you're huge. You probably are
the indie god.
Yeah, it's true. You probably are the biggest independent star right now. And that's not even being biased because you're here. I mean, it's probably true.
I mean, I don't know who else is.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm not saying guys from like AEW who like come do the indies.
Right.
I am the agent. You talk about free agents. I am the agent. I'm the number one indie wrestler out there. And listen, I'm not doing this to pass the torch. I'm not here to help some kids out. I'm here to light a torch for myself. This is my run. It's about me. If I can help some people along the way, give them a rub, give them some advice, sure. But it's not fucking about them. It's about me creating buzz, making money, and winning titles. And I've been doing all three.
Is there anything on the bucket list yet you haven't accomplished that you want to?
On the indies?
Yeah, just in general.
Well, I mean, in general, wrestling, never won the big one, never won the WWE championship. So that's definitely my number one. Indie wise, I would love to still, I've been to Mexico, Japan for WWE. I would love to go there on my own. So there are some things in the works, but nothing concrete yet. So I would love to do that. Listen, I will go anywhere that fucking pays me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mark for money. Okay. If you book me, book mattcardona@gmail.com. If I have that date free, which I probably don't, but if I do, and you pay my fucking full rate and you give me that 50% deposit to advertise me, I'll fucking be there and I'll fucking have the best fucking match on the show. And that's it. I'm not marking out. I don't want whatever, insert 3 letters. I don't give a fuck. If you're paying me, I will be there.
That should be everyone's business model, really.
This is fucking this is the wrestling business, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're here to make money. Of course, like, you want to have fun. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to have great matches. I get that. But at the end of the day, you have to pay your bills. You have to fucking, support your family, feed your cats,
Yes.
And the only way to do that is by making money.
Speaking of cats, I saw that Kylo just came home.
What a return. Holy shit. 7 days, the most stressful fucking 7 days. Well, really stressful 5 days because the first 2 days I didn't even realize he was fucking gone.
Oh.
Because we were out of town. I didn't realize he left. So like my cats are indoor cats. So I don't check every time I walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? I just assume they're there. You know, especially Kylo, who's been here for 5-6 years. I'm not checking every time. It wasn't until we got back after a 2-day trip that, oh shit, he's not fucking here. And then a lot of close. Hey, long story short, we got him. But holy fuck, like the other night, I felt like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone set up all these traps around the house, right? Set up all these traps. You know, whether it be like I had tuna fish, sardines, I ordered sushi, sashimi, putting them like all over the place, catnip all over my fucking house, front, back. I found him. He got into the trap. I lured him into the trap. Like I literally bought a cat trap, and the trap didn't go off. So you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I grabbed the trap. He jumps out of it. I thought he was fucking gone. He ran off. An hour or so later, where I'm just fucking like waiting to see if he comes back in, he just fucking strolls in the house on his own. I'm like, you motherfucker. 5 minutes later, raccoon goes in the trap. It goes off. So I got a fucking raccoon in this trap who's fucking growling at me, hissing at me, fucking swatting at me. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't know if this thing's got rabies or what.
As someone who was born and raised and lives in the wilderness of Indiana, you don't mess with raccoons.
Exactly, bro. And I wasn't born and raised in Indiana. You know, I've seen plenty of raccoons up in New York and down here in Florida, but I don't want to fuck with a raccoon. No way.
No.
But I let him out.
Tell me about Jacob Fatu.
He's a big son of a bitch.
He's kind of a guy, because I've been keeping an eye on him in MLW the last few years, and him and Hammerstone are two guys. It's just weird to me that no one has signed. None of the two major ones have signed either one of them.
I mean, I don't know their contract with MLW, but they might be stuck there.
They could be.
But definitely those are two names that I agree with you will definitely be in either WWE or AEW because you know, they're top talents, world-class athletes, 100%. Okay, well, why don't we take this time to plug Major Bendy's, my toy line. They all fucking fell down. My nice display, they all fell down. I think this big Luke Gallows too heavy, fell forward. You can get this right now, majorpodmerch.com. Get your Major Bendy's. But then if you thought of a question,
I did.
Okay.
So this was going to be my finale, because this is kind of could be possibly big news, could be nothing.
Okay.
It's how the wrestling world works.
Okay. Allegedly,
a run sheet for the new AEW Collision showed up.
I mean, come on, that was so fake.
And you're on it.
I'm flattered. I think I would be great on that show. I think AEW, what they've been doing is fantastic. I mean, adding another show, prime time, fucking incredible. It shows their growth. They're on their way to maybe sell out Wembley fucking stadium, which is incredible. So AEW is doing some great things, but no, that is not a true lineup. Unless Tony Khan calls me tomorrow. I mean, I'm a free agent for a reason, baby. I'm always ready.
So you're telling me this Xerox that no one can put their ownership on that wasn't true.
I mean, listen, I have not signed a contract there, so that's all I can say. And I would, if the show starts this Saturday, I'm not sure when it starts, but if it starts this Saturday, I certainly will be there.
Well, Mr. Cardona, thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem.
Can't wait to see where you pop up next, and what belt you're going to win, because you have all of them.
You know how much a bag weighs when you have 8 titles in there? It's a lot. It's a lot. Your bag's over 50 pounds. You have to pay more money for an overweight bag, you know? And then, you know, do I just leave some of the titles at home? That's not fair to the, you know, if I'm the insert promotion champion, they want me to carry that title with pride. I don't want to leave it in my closet. You know, so I got to lug all these titles around. I got to bring extra bags. You know, it's hard being the indie god. It's hard being the deathmatch king, but someone's got to do it, and I'll do it.
I mean, have you had to put like improved suspension on your car?
No, we haven't gotten there yet, but I'm this is not a lie. I have to go. I have Toomey suitcases. Tomorrow I have to go. This is the second bag that I have to bring to Toomey to replace because it weighs so much that it's dragging on the floor and ripping. This is not a lie.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. This is I can't make this. I have too many championships that my bag weighs too much that it drags on the floor and it starts to rip.
It's a good problem to have, though.
Good problem to have. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for your time again. I can't wait to see where you pop up next.
I appreciate it.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Everyone's enjoying it.
I'll try my best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.